The Joker, Super-Sanity's shifting masks. Imagine an interrogation room, stark and cold. Batman sits opposite him, the air thick with an unspoken challenge. The Joker, for once, isn't cackling. He's leaning back, a faint, almost serene smile on his lips, eyes distant. He speaks, his voice a low, gravelly hum, utterly devoid of mirth. "You know, Bruce," he might say, "the greatest trick I ever pulled was convincing the world I was truly mad." A beat of silence. Then a quick, almost imperceptible shift. A flicker in his eyes. A sudden wide grin stretches across his face, and a high-pitched giggle erupts, shattering the quiet. "But what if," he practically sings, "what if madness is just another mask?" This isn't mere theatricality for the Joker, nor simply performance. We're talking about a concept he chillingly refers to as super-sanity, a state of self-aware madness. It's not about losing his mind, but meticulously constructing it, brick by bizarre brick, into an impenetrable fortress. He doesn't succumb to chaos, he orchestrates it within himself. It's a form of higher consciousness, he believes, that allows him to constantly reinvent who he is, to adapt, to become whatever the moment or his twisted purpose demands. He has, in essence, trained himself to access distinct personalities, almost like calling upon different tools from a vast internal arsenal. This mental compartmentalization is the very core of his enigma, making him less a consistent character and more a kaleidoscope of calculated chaos. Let's begin with the most familiar face, the one that dances on the edge of every nightmare and absurd joke: the clown. This persona is all about the spectacle, the grand performance. Imagine him skipping down a hallway, balloons trailing, a seemingly innocuous figure, until the glint in his eye reveals the malice beneath the mirth. The clown thrives on chaos for chaos's sake, on the sheer delight of disorder. He's playful, yes, but with the cruelty of a child pulling the wings off a fly. Not out of malice, perhaps, but from a profound lack of empathy, a pure fascination with effect. He'll use pranks, riddles, and grotesque humor to disarm and dismantle, relishing the fear he ignites with a twisted grin and cackle. This is the persona that embodies his philosophy of life as a cosmic joke and everyone else as the punchline. But then, without warning, the laughter might cease. The playful skipping could morph into a sudden lurching charge. This is when the demon takes over. This is not about jokes or elaborate schemes. It's raw, unbridled fury. Imagine a whirlwind of primal, unthinking violence where the Joker becomes a force of nature. There's no calculation here, only an outpouring of pure destructive rage. When the demon surfaces, the meticulous planner vanishes, replaced by instinct and a desire to simply break, to annihilate. We see this in moments of extreme frustration or when his perceived fun is interrupted. It's terrifying because it bypasses any semblance of human reason, becoming an almost animalistic display of power, making him utterly unpredictable. One moment he's giggling, the next he's a snarling, visceral threat. And then there is the most unsettling mask of all: cold death. This is the Joker stripped bare of theatrics, humor, rage. When cold death takes hold, the world goes quiet. His eyes, usually dancing with madness, become utterly still, lucid, terrifyingly intelligent. This is the strategist, the meticulous planner, the one who orchestrates devastating events with chilling precision. There's no emotion here, no flair,
just cold, unyielding logic applied to the most heinous ends. Think of him meticulously planning a complex bomb plot, dissecting a victim's psychology with a surgeon's detachment. His movements become economical, his voice a low, steady monotone. It's the part of him that can sit calmly, observing the wreckage he's caused, not with glee, but with quiet, academic satisfaction. This is the persona that understands consequence, not to avoid it, but to manipulate it. And it is arguably the most dangerous, precisely because it is so calm, clear, and utterly devoid of the chaos we expect. This seamless, often instantaneous transition between these states is what makes the Joker truly unique and truly terrifying. He isn't merely having mood swings. He consciously, perhaps subconsciously, accesses different parts of his constructed mind to suit the moment. Faced with an obstacle that requires brutal force, the demon emerges. Need to manipulate someone into a trap? Cold death takes the reins. Looking to simply revel in the chaos of a situation? The clown steps forward. For profilers and even for Batman, this presents an insurmountable challenge. How do you predict someone whose core identity is fluidity itself? How do you understand a mind that not only embraces contradiction, but weaponizes it? He can be a master strategist one moment, meticulously planning a city-wide catastrophe, and a giggling lunatic the next, pushing him beyond conventional psychological analysis. He has no consistent tell, no single vulnerability tied to a stable personality. Consider for a moment the profound implications of such a mind. Is this truly super-sanity, a superior evolution of consciousness as he claims? Or is it a carefully constructed prison, a desperate attempt to avoid genuine vulnerability or understanding? Perhaps in his relentless pursuit of reinvention, he has lost the very core of what it means to be a consistent self, becoming a collection of parts rather than a cohesive self. Yet, paradoxically, this fragmentation is his strength. It allows him to endure, to adapt, to consistently confound his greatest adversary. It's a chilling reminder that true terror often lies not in monstrousness, but in the calculated, self-aware manipulation of the mind itself. So, the Joker's mind, a fortress of carefully constructed insanity, powered by his self-proclaimed super-sanity. He is not simply mad, he is a maestro of madness, conducting a symphony of shifting masks, the clown, the demon, cold death. This terrifying adaptability, this refusal to be pinned down, ensures he remains Gotham's most elusive and profoundly unsettling antagonist. His mind is not broken, it is engineered for chaos, a testament to the terrifying potential of controlled mental fragmentation. We've only scratched the surface of this fascinating, albeit disturbing aspect of the Joker's psyche. What are your thoughts on his super-sanity? Do you believe it's a form of genius or simply the most elaborate delusion? Share your perspectives in the comments below. And if you found this exploration intriguing, consider subscribing for more journeys into the complex minds that shape our favorite stories. Until next time, keep pondering the masks people wear and what lies beneath.